Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lexi Rose, and today we are starting my A to Z reading challenge. So, in this video, we're going to be reading 3 books. We're going to be reading the A book, the B book, and the C book. And I think that's how it's going to be every episode. I don't know how long the series is going to be. For this video, we are going to be reading Assistant to the Villain, Blood Marked, and Caraval. So those are the A, B, and C book. Assistant to the Villain is a romantasy. Yeah, I would say it's a romantasy. And then the other 2 are YA fantasy books. I think for this video, the longest book that we have is Blood Marked, because look how long that is. I think it's 500 something pages. Yeah, it's like 500 something pages, so it's the longest one. And then I think Caraval is only like 300 something, 397, so not very long. So obviously Legendborn, Blood Marked is going to take the longest. So I wanted to talk about, before we jump into the whole video, I wanted to talk about how I'm going to do this, because I decided to do something a little different than I would usually do for my vlogs, like my one-off reading vlogs. So for this video, I think it's more so going to be commentary about the book rather than you watching me read. I'm still going to have clips of me reading here and there, but most of it is going to be like my commentary and how I feel about each book as I'm reading it. I think that's like the best way to do it. Also, I feel like it doesn't put it, how do I say this? It's not going to put as much pressure on me, so I don't have to worry about being aesthetically pleasing, and I could just be me, essentially. And I think that format is just going to be how we're going to do it as the series goes along. I don't know how long the series is going to be. It's going to take us a long time. I'm saying that we can probably get this all done by my birthday, which is in July. Yeah, what's today? Today's the 28th. I've already finished, by the time I'm doing this intro after I've already finished 2 of the books. So I've already finished Assistant to the Villain, which we'll talk about in a minute. And I've already finished Blood Marked, which we'll talk about later in the video. I have not started Caraval. Well, I have started Caraval, but I only read like a page. So it's whatever. Because the first chapter of the book is like the first chapter of the book is a sentence, and then it goes into like letters. But we'll talk about that when we get to it. So like I said, that's kind of be how the format of these videos is going to go. I hope that's okay. I think it'll just be less pressure on me. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about Assistant to the Villain. For our A book, we read Assistant to the Villain. This is the first book I read for this challenge, and I was actually in the middle of reading this book as I was thinking of doing this. And so that is why I don't have any like commentary clips on it, and that's why you're not going to see me reading it, because I've already read it, because I read it while I was thinking of doing this video, if that makes sense. Assistant to the Villain is a romance fantasy by Hannah Nicole Mayer. It is a part of a series. There's 3 books currently. So there's Assistant to the Villain, Apprentice to the Villain, and then Accomplice to the Villain, which comes out in August. I almost said on August, but in August. You know what I mean. You get it. I really like this. I didn't actually read the physical book. I read the version that they have on Kindle Unlimited. So I read it within the span of like 5 days. It didn't take me that long. It's not a very long book. Like, obviously, I don't know how much longer this book is compared to Apprentice to the Villain and Accomplice to the Villain. But I did like it. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It's not low stakes, but it's kind of it's medium stakes. It's not like high stakes, it's medium stakes. It's just a fun, adventurous, little bit of a comedy aspect in it. It's just a fun time. So if you're looking for like a fantasy that isn't like that intense, because this is not as intense as like, like Fourth Wing, for example, is very intense. ACOTAR is intense. Throne of Glass is intense. This is just like a workplace fantasy romance, with comedy in it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I really did like it. And I'm really mad at myself that it took me that long to get to it. Like, I've had this on my TBR for so long, it's not even funny. So, yeah. So that's Assistant to the Villain. I also have the one with the sprayed edges. I am really excited to read the second book. Obviously, I'm not going to read the second book anytime soon, but I did like it. So it was 4 stars for me. I would say that It's my favorite. It's not my favorite book. It's my like, but it's up there. It's got to be in like my top 20 if I'm being honest. It was just a fun time, and I think I read it right after. Hold on, I got to go to my Notion. Give me a minute. Stay there. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. Let me go to my Notion. I can tell you exactly what I read. But okay, so before no, yes, no. Oh, okay. So before Assistant to the Villain, I read Cinder by Marissa Meyer. And then before that, I read Hooked, which is a dark romance. And I love Cinder. I started reading Cinder a year ago, and it has been in my Kindle Unlimited, like, it's been in my Kindle library for so long. And then I picked it back up and then read the rest of it. Um, but then before that, I read Hooked. So I have like a dark romance, a young adult fantasy, which is Cinder, and then also Cinder was almost the C book, but I wanted to read Cinder because I wanted to read the series because there's like 5 books in that series. And then I read Cinder, and then I read Assistant to the Villain, and then I read A Darker Shade of Magic, and then obviously I read some other books. But yeah, so with that being said, I think that's all I have for the intro of this. Do I look blurry? Did you see that? So, with that being said, I think that's all I have for the intro of this video. I hope you like the video. Hope you like the new format of the video. I think it's kind of fun because a lot of the clips you're gonna see, like, they're not very high quality because most of them are like filmed. I said shot, like it's like a movie. It was filmed at night, so like it's not the highest quality, but it's whatever. The commentary is there. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the video. I hope you guys have a good time with it. I had so much fun doing this, and I'm really excited for the next video. I don't know how long it's gonna be until the next video, so I can't like tell you like, oh, it's gonna be up in like a couple days after this. No, I don't. I have no clue, babes. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go. Okay, so I'm on chapter 19 of Bloodmarked. About 30% of the way through. Like I said, this is a very long book. I'm gonna get in one more chapter for today, maybe, and then take a break. Also, my hair is a mess. Um, my hair got messed up because I didn't put my bonnet on last night, and so this is currently what I look like. I'm probably gonna get up and change my clothes and stuff. But yeah, I'm liking this book so far. It was a very slow, not a very slow start, but it was kind of a slow start. And in this book, it's has such a, I don't want to say a different vibe because it's like the kind of the same vibe, but a lot of what's going on now that Bree is in the position that she's in, is coming back to like bite her in the ass, essentially. I can't tell you more because I don't want to like spoil a lot of it, but just know what happens at the end of the first book is like a direct like consequence, essentially. And it becomes a big issue in this book. But yeah, I'm gonna read the rest of this chapter, chapter 19. And I'm gonna probably just chill for the rest of the day. Okay, so it's a little bit later. I am now on chapter 24. I'm watching Larry Reed's reading vlog. I got into watching her lately, and with everything going on with my family and stuff, it's been making me happy. So I'm on chapter 24. I'm about a couple chapters away from the third part. I found out there are 4 parts of the book, and then like a 5th part. The 4th part is called Volition. The 3rd part is called, I think it's Control, or We're on Control. I don't know, actually. I might have to look it up because there is no, oh, there's hair. Sorry, you had hair on you. There is no like table of contents. How do you say it? Contents? I don't know. Also, don't look at that. Don't look at that. That is my clothes that I need to put away somewhere so that my room doesn't look messy. Also, My skin looks terrible right now, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, I'm gonna read a chapter and then I'm gonna go make some coffee, I think. I'm kind of thirsty. I mean, I guess I could just drink water. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Okay. I have like a hoodie on. I just took a shower. I'm relaxing. I'm gonna make myself some coffee. I don't think I'm gonna read tonight. I'm probably gonna read the rest of tomorrow. But hold on. Sorry. Okay. Let me go to my computer real quick. Hold on. Okay, so while I was reading Bloodmark, I decided to get out Caraval and just have it out to remind myself that it was the next book. And I ended up reading the first chapter of Caraval. Sorry, it's like messed up. Here we go. I ended up reading the first chapter because the first chapter is literally one sentence. Look at that. It says, it took 7 years to get the letter right. And then the first chapter essentially is just all these letters of her writing letters to the Caraval Master Legend guy. And then it goes into chapter 2. I wanted to read it or get a little head start on it just to see the vibes. Because I've been looking at it and I'm like, I really can't wait to read this. So I kind of have been tandem reading both of these. I am on chapter 25, about to be on chapter 26, because this chapter is actually very short. Only like 2 pages, so I can get through it. But I think I'm done reading for the night. Some family stuff came up, so I think I'm going to just relax for tonight, and I will see you guys in the morning. Okay, so it has been a couple days. It's been about 2 to 3 days since I last read. I'm going to read a little bit today. But I am on chapter 35. The last time I updated you guys, I was in the middle of not chapter 2. I was in the middle of part 3 of the book. And like I said, I'm on chapter 35. The next couple chapters are fairly short, so I'm probably going to try to get through them today. Also, my hair is a mess. I washed my hair last night. And I also did a big no-no, and I didn't wear my bonnet to bed, and now my hair is all messed up. So, yeah, I'm going to have to put some stuff in it and stuff like that. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to probably read a little bit today. I took a little bit of a break from reading because I don't know, I went through like a weird, not weird, what am I trying to say? I went through like not a reading sprint, but like, I just wanted to read the book, and then I kind of got burnt out with reading. So I was like, why don't I just play my little computer games and relax for 2 days? And so that's what I did. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do this, and I'm saying this in this part because I might change my mind back to the original. But I might change my mind, and I knew I was going to do this, and this is why this series may take my entire life. I might change my mind on the W book because I found another W book. So when we get to the letter W, we'll figure that out, but I might change it, right? It's not until way later down the line anyway, so it's not like we have to worry about it anytime soon. Yeah, so I'm going to go get dressed. I'm going to get some chores done, and I'm going to read some more. So I will get back to you when I get back to you. Okay, so a little update, as this will be my last update, because tonight, or I guess, yeah, tonight, I'm going to finish this book. Also, my hair is a mess. I did my hair, but it got a little messed up because I was laying down. I am currently on, let me look, what chapter am I on? I'm like chapter 58. Yes, I'm on chapter 58. There is 2 more chapters left, and I think the last chapter might just be like 2 pages. I didn't I didn't want to spoil myself, so I just like looked really quick. But yeah, so I'm really excited to finish this. This would be my longest book of this year so far. I mean, I guess it is only January, and it's not January, it's February. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna talk about it, and then I'm gonna update you guys in the morning. I just don't feel like doing anything after I finish this, so I'm not going to. So I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, it is the next day. It is currently 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have finished Blood Marked, our B book for the video. Oh my gosh, this was such a good book. I really liked it. It started off, oh, I realized how short we are. Hold on, what's going on here? That's a lot better. Okay, so I really like this book. It started off a little slow with part 1, but part 2 and 3 picked up really fast. I was very tense the entire last part of the book. I did not know where this book was going to go. Now, I will say, I'm not going to talk a lot about the plot of this book because it is the second book. So you'll have to read Legendborn, and then you'll read Bloodmarked after that. But I don't really want to talk about it because it's the second book in the series. If it was the first book, that'd be different. I did rate it 5 stars, so it is our first, it is, well, not our, it is my first 5-star read of the year. I have read so far now 5 books, and all of them but one have been 4 stars, unless I rated A Darker Shade of Magic 5 stars. I think this is our first 5-star book of the year, and you know what? She deserves it. I just loved it. It made a lot of sense, and I was really nervous that we were going to kind of go off the rails, but we didn't, and it made sense. And only thing I did not like was the fact that it took a little long in the beginning, but like when it picked up, it picked up. She was good, and you'll see that when you read this, if you get a chance to read this series, it's a good series. So far, it's a good series. The third book comes out March 4th, so that's next week. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it. I really like the ending. I was not sure where we were going to go because I was like thinking it was going to go one way, but it actually ended up going the other way. And then, I don't know. I didn't expect that. But yeah, I really did like this. This is fun. It is also the longest book I've read so far this year. It's sitting at 551 pages. So, with that being said, now we have officially finished the A and B book, and now we can finally start, or I guess continue, because I've already read a little bit of it. I only read like a couple pages of Caraval. Finally, we can start Caraval. I'm going to, real quick, let me turn my computer on. I'm gonna read you guys the summary real quick. All right, let's go to Goodreads because that's the fastest way to get it. Because I've already have it on my Goodreads. My dog is knocking on the door. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Scarlet Dragna has never left the tiny island where she and her sister Tella, whose full name I believe is Donatella, where her and her sister Tella live with their powerful and cruel father. Now Scarlet's father has arranged a marriage for her, and Scarlet thinks her dreams of seeing Caraval, the faraway once-a-year performance where the audience... I can't read. Where the audience participates in the show are over. But this year, Scarlet's long dream of invitation finally arrives with the help of a mysterious sailor. Tella whisks Scarlet away to the show. Only as soon as they arrive, Tella is kidnapped by Caraval's mastermind organizer, Legend. Love that name. It turns out that this season's Caraval revolves around Tella, and whoever finds her first is the winner. Oh, that's good. Okay. Scarlet has never told... I'm trying to read the rest. I'm too excited, and I'm messing up. Scarlet has been told that everything that happens during Caraval is only an elaborate performance. Nevertheless, she becomes enmeshed in a game of love, heartbreak, and magic, and whether Caraval is real or not, Scarlet must find Tella before the 5 nights... Okay, so the thing is 5 nights. She has to find Tella before the 5 nights of the game are over, or a dangerous domino effect of consequences will be set off, and her beloved sister will forever disappear. So that is the summary of Caraval. On the back of the book, it says, Admit 1. To be used once to gain entrance into Caraval. Main gates close at midnight. Anyone who arrives later than this will not be able to participate or get the prize. So the prize is the winner gets a wish, because I'm assuming magic isn't real in this universe. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Magic isn't real in this universe, but the Caraval, the Carnival Caraval, this is like, these people are like magic, if that makes sense. Anyway, so with that being said, let's go. And I'm gonna start, well, not let's go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and start Caraval because I'm really excited. I don't think this book will take me as long as Legendborn? Bloodmark did. Bloodmark took me about maybe a week or two. Maybe even longer. I think about 3 weeks, because I kept putting it down and picking it back up because I didn't want to overwhelm myself and I didn't want to force myself into a reading slump. So anyway, I'm going to go and I'm going to read some of Caraval. I'm really excited. I'm going to cozy in my bed and watch some reading videos and read my book. I have read now about 9 chapters of Caraval. I'm on chapter 10. First of all, I can't speak. First off, the chapters are not very long. Not only does it go by chapters, but it goes by like the day that like Caraval starts. So we have the first night. This is the night of Caraval Eve. So the event hasn't actually happened yet. So Scarlet and her sister Donatella, they want to escape their dad. And they have help with a sailor that Tella basically seduced to take her to this island where this stuff is happening. And the prize for winning or being a part of it is you get a wish. And Scarlet, the main character, is getting married in a week. So she has to be back. It's an arranged marriage. She has never met this man either. We don't even know who this man is. We know nothing about him, essentially. So right now they just got into where Caraval takes place. We find out that Julian, who is the guy that Donatella was hanging out with in the beginning of the book, he apparently has played the game before. But that's all we know. And I'm only saying that part because I don't want to spoil the rest of the book, but this is just like the basic information. Again, I'm only on chapter like 9. Yeah, chapter 10, sorry. But I think if I tried hard enough, I could honestly, and I don't want to jinx myself, I could honestly finish this book today. It's not very long. It is only about 390 pages, around there. So I kind of want to get ahead on that. So I guess we'll see. But I'm going to go and read a little bit more. Probably going to make it to chapter 20. I have made it to chapter 20 of Caraval. I am devouring this book. Like, look at that. This is how much we have left. We're like in the halfway point of the book. I think I've made it to almost 50%. I could be wrong. I'll have to check my phone. I'm recording this on my phone, so I can't check it as I read. Also, I just ate dinner, so I had to take a little bit of a break. I'm doing the method of reading for 45 minutes and then taking a 5 to 10 minute break. And then again and again and again until I get tired. I'm probably going to do it until a little bit later tonight. I don't know how far. I say I don't know how far I'm going to get, but I think I can probably have this finished by tomorrow night. This is not a very long book, like I said. Also, it's kind of fast-paced. Like, the chapters are not very long. We're kind of speeding along at a good enough pace for me. Like, I will be honest, I thought this was going to be a little slower, but it's not. Things are just moving. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. I'm really liking this. I'm in between this being rated a 3-star or a 4-star. It's definitely not going to be a 5-star. I'm so sorry. Like, it's just not. I think it's going to be a 3 or a 4. So I guess we'll see. But I'm going to read some more chapters and I will see you guys in the morning. All right. So it is the next day. I have officially finished Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I rated this book 3 stars. Now, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil the book, but I rated it 3 stars because it was just okay. It wasn't amazing and it wasn't also like horrible. I think it was really good. It was very fast paced. It was very adventurous. It wasn't as whimsical as I thought it was going to be, but it still was good. I did like the plot until I didn't like the plot, if that makes sense. Like, I felt like we were going in the right direction and then we just kind of took a sharp left. But I have also been told that the Caraval series is probably like people's least favorite because it has a tendency to not make sense all the time. And you just kind of have to go with it. And I think that's how I felt at the end of the book, where things didn't make sense, but I was just along for the ride, essentially, which is why it got 3 stars. I am very intrigued to read the second and third book in this series. There is Legendary, which I think is going to be about a character in this book. And then there's Finale, which I don't have any idea what that one could be about. I own the hardcovers to all 3 of the books. I only read this, I only read the paperback because I could hold it easily and not have to worry about like being in a certain position to read it. Because sometimes I don't like holding hardcovers. Sometimes they make my hand hurt. So anyway, but with that being said, we've officially finished all 3. Well, not all 3. We have finished the first 3 letters of the A to Z reading challenge. I think my favorite book out of this video is Bloodmarked. It was the second book in the series, and honestly, it got 5 stars for a reason. I can't tell you too much about it because it is the second book. There's just too much to give away, so I won't talk too much about it. I will say, I really loved Bloodmarked. Assistant to the Villain really surprised me, and Caraval was just there. I'll be honest. Like, I devoured this book, but only because I guess it more so intrigued me. It wasn't intriguing in a bad way, but it was not all the way a good way. I know that doesn't make sense. That's why I rated it 3 stars, because it was just okay, But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the format of this video. I had a lot of fun doing this. It didn't take me that long to do. And honestly, a little confession here, I have not even started editing this video. Like, I have all my clips in my Google Drive, but I've not put them in the editing software. So I have to edit this video. We'll worry about that later. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.